So was last week just a bear trap? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. A quick little stock market update for you all. TQQQ is pretty choppy, right? We started off in the green. We sold off quite significantly. I think we're down 3% on TQQQ, and then now it's up. I think it's almost break even or up about 0.5%. So something that a lot of people are asking is, was last week's performance of the market having a really nice rally? One of the best rallies, the best rally in 2022, one of the best rallies since 2020. It was an amazing performance for almost all indexes. So I have a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about. And the first thing is actually, why is Facebook stock pulling back as of right now? I'm not too sure if you guys heard, but Facebook actually and Instagram got banned in Russia. With everything that's going on, it's the least of our worries right now. But if you're asking the question, why is tech, all tech stocks up on the day, but maybe your Facebook position is not, I want you to be aware of this. It's somewhat acting as a negative catalyst. I don't really think it's too big of a factor just with all the tensions going on in Russia. It makes sense. I mean, they're banning everything out there, right? Facebook obviously is just publicly traded, so we're seeing somewhat of a negative influence on it. Do I think it's going to be detrimental to the company? No. So if anything, I mean, it's somewhat exciting, especially if tech continues to recover. It probably just offers greater potential for Facebook itself. Also, very devastating news for Boeing. Not Boeing, but an actual airline. That was a Boeing 737 crashed. I think it was a Chinese plane or that was headed to China, something like that. About 130 people on board. It crashed, of course, because the plane was a Boeing. It's not that it's Boeing's fault. It's just that it's anytime that there's a Tesla crash, right? It's not so much that it's Tesla's fault, but there's always, attention that is directed towards whatever the manufacturers. That's what Boeing is experienced today. So if we look at the 5-minute time frame, we can see that there's a significant drop during the pre-market session. So please make sure that you're aware of that. It's not just Boeing itself that's dropping, but if you're asking the question why, then please understand what is causing this thing to sell off as of right now. I actually read this article this morning about a Morgan Stanley chief investment officer saying that he thinks that last week's performance on the overall market was a bull trap. And what that means, if you're an absolute beginner, right, pretty much means that, market's been bearish, meaning that it's been selling off for the past 2.5 months. Last week, out of nowhere, right, market began to rally. This investment officer is saying that this is a perfect time where, because we've recovered significantly, one of the biggest recoveries since 2020, that this is a perfect time to exit because this is only going to be a bull trap, meaning that we're rallying right before we make new lows. Again, it's impossible to predict the future. I do think it's an interesting concept. With that being said, I just think that this should only encourage us to be even that much more selective with our position size. I don't think any of you guys should make impulsive decisions based off of someone else's opinion. My job here on YouTube is just to share what it is that I see and what it is that I hear from other people, right? I think that we all can agree that after last week's performance, I actually did the math with the Learn Plan Profit group. I don't know if you guys have taken time to do it. I just like doing it myself. But if we look at the overall lows from last week to overall highs this week, that's over a 38% ROI in just 1 week of trading. So I'm sure that all of us can agree that, trust me, we want the market to recover. But after something recovers 38% in just a 5-day period, it's not going to be much of a surprise if the markets do correct themselves a little bit. So when the market was pulling back a little bit this morning, I wasn't very surprised. I feel like it's something that was expected. I feel like if anything, it was a good thing, right? All I'm looking for is progress. I don't care if the market pulls back a little bit. I'm sure that you guys can agree. You guys can let me down in the comment section. I don't mind it pulling back a little bit. All I want there to be are higher highs and higher lows. That if it does pull back, that it just doesn't go as low as it did before. I want to show upward staircase pattern. I want there to be progress to be made in the market. And that can still be done even when we do pull back, right? Pullbacks are inevitable, right? With any market, bull markets or bear markets, pullbacks always happen. That shouldn't scare you. That should just encourage you to make sure that you have a position size in which that you can stomach, not just on the green days, but of course on the red days, right? There's no perfect bull market that is going to be green day after green day after green day with no pullbacks. Pullbacks are part of the process. Our job is to simply prepare for them and to make sure that we put ourselves in a position to succeed. So I'm very excited to follow up. It looks like we are back at pre-market highs, pretty much the same highs that we were at on Friday. I think that this is super impressive that the overall NASDAQ market is still holding this well. Tesla as well is absolutely killing it. I mean, if you guys also do the math on Tesla, Tesla was trading at lows of 750 last week. So from lows of 755 to where we're at right now at $900, that's a 23% ROI, right? So when people love to ask is like, how can I make money? Do I need to trade lower cap stocks? Do I need to trade penny stocks? No, you don't need to, right? I'm never here to discourage you to pursue a market that you might want to or you might see value in. But you also don't have to overcomplicate it. There are great quality companies that offer great ROI potential, especially more now than ever before, right? Because of how oversold everything is. The simple question to ask yourself is the direction in your favor? And make sure you take into consideration your position size, that you don't just always hope for the best, but you anticipate the worst as well. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Just wanted to provide you with a quick little stock market update on what it is that I know on how we're starting off this week of trading. If you guys have any specific questions that you would like to ask me, you can either comment that down below or feel free to message me via Discord. I have a free Discord chat, and that's that first link in the description. I appreciate your guys' time. I hope and wish you guys an amazing rest of your day. I hope that I earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. I upload new videos every single day with stock market updates. And again, if you guys want to be able to tune on into my live trading session tomorrow at market open, then take 2 minutes, click the second link in the description, and hopefully we can see you tomorrow for our live trading session. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.